So we at the beginning of training camp, and of course, this is mini camp and mandatory. Everybody is here minus CD Lamb. You see Michael Parsons, Hooker, Kendricks, and Bland. Now, this group of guys, they are all impactful players, especially Michael Parsons. And I hope that we can get as much as information possible of this system and scheme from Kendricks. He's the new guy on the team, and he's the new old guy because he's a veteran. So this room, far as defense, is going to be better, ladies and gentlemen. And far as recovery, my guy right here, Agent Zero, well, he's going to be 13 this season. That's the Marvin Overshawn. That's Overshawn right there, number 13. He picked on, added a few pounds to his particular skill set, and he's about 10 to 12 pounds larger than what he was last season. Hopefully, and he can just get out here and get things moving. He will be the other guy. Now, this is Stevens, the other tight end, number 81. He's rehabbing. Right now, he's working the cords. Hopefully, by preseason 1, we will see him out there. I don't know the timetables altogether, but we see him moving around, and we looking for an impact from him. Stevens, he's a tall target. He's a great tight end with good hands, and that will be a good situation for us. Overshawn, he's working the cords. You can see the scar. Yeah, you can see the scar on the knee right there, and that's where they had the surgery. On top of that, you see my guy in the back, Trevon Diggs. Man, that man got sticky hands. Look, the thing that I love about this picture, he always got the ball in his hand, right? And getting familiar with the ball, that's everything, ladies and gentlemen. And it's good to see all smiles with the Cowboys working things out. And that's Trevon Diggs, hoping for a speedy recovery. And he got the dog, Al Harris, right there in the mix, teaching him and telling him, hey, slow and steady wins the race, man. You don't have to rush yourself. And that's a pick. It's picked off. Trevon Diggs with the pick 6. That's what he's doing. And he's still working with the ball. And I can't wait to see him out there on the field. Trevon Diggs, hopefully he will be ready for the start of the season, giving him a little grace and mercy for at least the first 3 or 4 games here. Look, let's not expect him to be the same Diggs day one. Just know that the NFL season is a long one. Let's not rush him. Okay, even though we see him moving around and working around out there in practice. We're talking about practice, not a game, practice. And we can talk a little bit that is camp, but it's still collectively practice, not a game. Ladies and gentlemen, you see Zim and you see my guy Michael Parsons. They're going to get things going. They're going to make sure that, hey, right now, he missed a few other weeks with the OTAs and everything, but this is mandatory. Even though he said that they have lack of words, few words, or what have you, sometimes you don't have to speak. You don't have to speak. Just know that he's watching, and that's Coach Zim, and he's going to implement his philosophy, his skill sets of his mindset onto Michael Parsons, and it's going to be more and more branded football with natural football. And of course, my guy number 1, news out there, it's been reported that 83 been the guy that's shining, right? But you see number 1 on his chest, and that's Jalen Tolbert. Hopefully he can do some things, and that's another number 13 right behind him. That's Tyron Johnson. He's really fast, y'all. Pay attention to him, number 13 right behind number 1. And I can't wait to see how all of this works out for the 2024 season. And that's my guy Tyler Guyton. The updates is that he's been working with the 3s and the 2s. He's not thrusted into the 1s yet. Let's not rush him. Let him continue to pick up the pieces and learn. You first want to get the fundamentals together before you throw them in the deep water. You may can do that in the game like preseason, but for right now, let him get all of the fundamentals down, right? That's how I look at it. Parsons with the helmet on running out there, and we're seeing that these guys, hey, let's not get it twisted. I still have that wager up with my guy Okoye. Let's not sleep on Clark, man. You know, I can't wait to see how all of this will work its way out. And then you see the veteran guy, D-Law, Parsons, both of those boys. What you see in his hand? Look, that football is always there. I love what I'm seeing right here, man. Keep the football in your hand. I think he still got the football somewhere close by. He's staring at the football saying, the football belongs to me, even though I'm working the chords. Yeah. So he's getting right and getting ready for the 2024 season. And this is Deuce Vaughn. Deuce Vaughn will be given more opportunities for the 2024 season as wide receiver / running back. And on top of that, punt team, special teams, kickoff returns. But if you see Tiny Deuce Vaughn, also you see my guy Cavante Turpin. Yeah, both of those boys, they may be small, but they looking to have big impacts. And hopefully that will be a situation and scenario for the 2024 season. Hey, by them changing this kickoff rule, pay attention to number 9 for your mind. It may be a good situation for us collectively when we think about it. That's my guy, Damone Clark. Can't wait to see him out there on the field. Remember what I said, Damone Clark, keep in mind, he's going to be back into a system where they're going to do true linebacker stuff, and he's not going to be playing out of position. I got my wager on the line with this dude right here. Hopefully he can just turn things over for the good for us, and that's Damone Clark. Can't wait to see him out there on the field. There's CJ. Yeah, CJ, one of the better special team players that we have on this team, right? And he looks like he's back into true form. Can't wait to see him back out there. The veteran special team ace guy. Yeah. And hey, at the end of the day, we looking for 50 to do something for us. And I think that he will bring forth a lot of true linebacker stuff. He got the kamikaze mindset. He will shoot through the A gap, B gap. He will not whiff on a block. He goes right through the block and he do his job. He's a veteran guy. Hopefully, man, everything else can work his way out with this crew. And you see Dak Prescott, Cooper Rush, as well as Trey Lance, Trigger Trey in the back right there. Parsons having a great time. But hey, let's not forget about number 37 back there. I do like the company that he keeps with Bland, right? He had a pick the other day. Bland had a pick the other day. So both of these boys picking off some quarterbacks over here. I like seeing this. And he is my dark horse, man. 37, I truly understand what people said last season about him, and hey, the Cowboys traded up to get him, and for this season there's really no sponsors in the building for him because they said that the last coaching staff really banged the table for him. Pause is necessary, but it was Joe Witt Jr. who really wanted 37. Neither here nor there. Keep in mind that we gonna figure out a way to use him, and he got speed, he got good size, and he got good hips too. And I think that 37 and 26, hey, they're gonna be some head turners over here, man, for the Cowboys. And that's Zeke, 15. Zeke, let's get it, Zeke. Back to Trevon Diggs, man. I'm surprised he don't have the ball. He looking for the ball. Yeah. And Overshawn, just doing what he do. Dak Prescott doing what he do with the throw. I see you, fam. I see you. See, he still got the ball. He just picked it off and he's throwing it back to the quarterback. And I see it in the back, Darian Thompson, man. That's our linebacker assistant coach or what have you. So, hey, it is what it is. That's Darian Thompson. And then you see Trevon Diggs always with the ball. Yeah, and that's Dak Prescott with the follow through. Let's get it, Dak. And news was reported the other day that Zack Martin may be thinking about hanging it up at the end of this year. There's an old statement from Bill Parcells that said, once you thought about retiring, you retired. So I get it. I don't want him to retire, but it's not my job and duty, right? It's up to him. Now, granted, with the whole ideology of Zack Martin, I like what he brings to the table, and this may be his final ride, and let's see what he can do. We just want him to end the season out with a bang. We talking about a bang of lifting up that Lombardi trophy. Hopefully that could be a situation for this man. Look at his resume. Look at what he brings to the table, ladies and gentlemen. And this is something that we all would love to see, because at some point the storyline of the Great Wall of Dallas, 2.0 or what have you, you got to add in that Zack Martin was the last guy standing, right? So hopefully he can be a guy that can bring forth a championship to the Dallas Cowboys. And that's just me with hopeful thinking and all of that stuff. But hopefully, man, everything can work its way out, And this Michael Parsons having a great time shadow boxing, letting people know what he learned from my guy Tony Mack in the gym. Yeah, hands. You see how he got his elbows inside and he got his thrust. You get more power with your punches, with your legs than anything, and you got to keep your core inside. Tuck that elbow inside, shoulders relaxed, releases, follow through is there. Hey, he may be playing, but you may see even more of a better production from Michael Parsons as it relates to his hands. Zeke working the chords, getting his mindset together to get double-digit touchdowns for the 2024 season. Yeah. They working these boys with disengagement, hand techniques and stuff like that in camp. We talking about installments and all of that. And hey, the coach right here, right next to him, Dak Prescott. These two right here. Unfortunately, fortunately, we go as far as these two will allow, right? Dak Prescott, he's in a contract situation. Mike McCarthy, he's in a contract situation. So at the end of the day, predicated upon what these two do, they will be available for the 2025 season, predicated upon these two right here. They got to give us something. If not, then you will have Lance in the shadows right here, being the next quarterback for the Dallas Cowboys or whoever they draft, right? But at the end of the day, they don't have a contract for the foreseeable future, and everything is predicated upon what they do for the 2024 season. Post me your thoughts, post me your concerns down below, Cowboy Nation. I really appreciate each and every last one of you all for tuning in. That's been my time. I really thank you all for yours. And remember, you're listening to nothing but the best. Go Cowboys.